Hi, you guys.
Good morning.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so Smita, we have this is I'm Naisha, I'm here.
Hi, Nisha. How are you?
Okay, anyways, so we have some of the agents that's in here, and then we also have someone that's probably going to be logged into their laptops inside of the other part of the office. But definitely thank you so much for taking the opportunity to come and show us the amazing job that you are doing with open houses and showing us how we can be able to explode our business using open houses. So definitely want to give a shout out to you and everything that you are doing, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and take it over. You will let them know when they can. You want them to wait to ask questions to the end.
You know what? I'm open to anything. If y'all want to stop me and ask a question, totally fine. It's typically when it's a really, really large group, then it's hard. But yeah, if you guys want to stop me and ask me questions, I'm open to it.
Okay, perfect. Um, so we'll go ahead and let you get started. I believe you have control.
Okay.
Okay, if not, just let me know.
Yes, sounds good. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. So I guess let me start by asking how many of y'all do open houses? Okay,
Yeah.
so all of you do. Yes. So, and can you tell me a little bit like where exactly are you guys located?
Atlanta.
In Atlanta. And is there new construction happening in Atlanta right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Plenty of it.
Awesome. You're going to take a lot away from this. Okay, let me share my screen. And guys, feel free to ask me questions and talk to me because that's the best thing. I need you to talk to me.
All right.
Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Oops. Let's go back here. Let me see if I can. There. Now you can see it?
Yes.
Awesome. So, first of all, thank you guys for having me. I love to talk about open houses because that's my wheelhouse. And honestly, I think it is one of the easiest and the best ways to jumpstart your business. We're already in June, and if you're looking, if maybe first quarter didn't work out very well, or whatever is going on with the industry right now, you're like, listen, I want to jumpstart. I want to do something right now. And this is in your control. So this is what you can do starting this weekend. So we're going to talk about it. And I say with zero investment because it's only an investment of your time and nothing that you're putting in terms of money. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. So let me move this so I can see this myself. Okay. So I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, and I'm going to tell you why open houses as a lead generation pillar is important in your business. We'll talk about the art of procuring desirable listings to host your open house. We'll talk about the effective roadmap strategy. What do you do from, prior to open house to the end of open house? And then we're going to talk about nurturing your leads beyond the open house. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm Smita Singh. I have been a real estate agent for 5 years now. I've been with EXP since the beginning. Don't know any other brokerage. Prior to that, I've been an entrepreneur. I call myself a real estate entrepreneur because I also invest, we develop, I do all kinds of things. And yeah, I've had over 100 million in sales as a single agent. Over 50% of my book of business has been through open houses. So it's something that I truly believe in. A lot of my referral clients currently are people that I met at open houses. I am a national speaker, I'm a podcaster, I'm a success coach, I'm a trainer and a mentor. I love doing all of this stuff. This is where I get my energy from. So I enjoy it. I was the Realtor of the Year in Houston, and also I write for Inman and Huffington Post, Thrive Global, Success Magazine, all of that stuff. Okay. The one thing, if you're going to take anything away from it and you're not had your coffee yet and you're like, listen, you know what? I just need this to be easy. This is what I want you to take away. If you need to take a picture and remind yourself every time you go to an open house, this is what it is. You are not there at the open house to sell the home. Your objective is to build your pipeline. Simple. When I do my open houses, I'm not going in there to say, okay, now today I'm going to sell this home no matter what. Nope. I am only there to build my pipeline. This is the biggest mindset shift that you can make in your business when you do open houses or when you use open houses as a lead generation pillar. Let's talk about why open houses. Okay. First of all, it is no to low cost investment. All that is required is your time and effort. Guys, I have done, I don't know, innumerable, I can't even count. One day I think I'm going to sit and count from the beginning how many I've done. But I try to do at least one every weekend in the year. When I do open houses, I am not buying candy or whatever, cookies. I don't do mimosas. I don't do any of that stuff. It's not important. The only thing that I will do sometimes because it's hot in Houston is water, but that's it. I literally will take nothing with me because it does not matter. Taking something there does not convert them into my clients. It's simple. So for me, it's literally no to low cost. I will get up and I'll be like, okay, I want to do an open house and I'm ready for it. I don't have to do all this buying preparation stuff. I'll talk about what is important and what you need to do because that's what's going to really hit the bullseye. We'll talk about that. But in terms of a lot of people ask me, should I take cookies and should I take a bowl of fruit or whatever, fruit and whatever, you know, a fruit tray, all of that stuff. To me, my answer is no, you don't need it. Highly motivated leads, think about it. A lot of people do Facebook ads, they do Instagram ads, TikTok ads. All of these people that are scrolling on their phone, now you're interrupting their thought pattern and then you want them to click it, but you want them to be a quality lead. How? When people come out on a Saturday or a Sunday in the middle of the day, their kids have volleyball or football or whatever it is, and they're going to figure out a way to make time to come to an open house, they are highly motivated. How many of you, when you do your open houses, you've seen people walk in and they're ready to buy in the next 2 to 3 months, right? These are people that are super motivated. Where else will you be able to get in front of cold people, because you've never met them or whatever, cold leads, but highly motivated? Not Facebook ads, not Google PPC ads, none of those. This particular strategy, open houses, is the best way to get yourself in front of highly motivated leads. Now, the third thing is effective for exposure, visibility, and brand building. I'll show you how to do that. But think about it. When you do a cold call, when you're calling expireds or when you're calling all these people, you are competing against, I don't know, thousands of other people, 500 other agents that are calling them at the same time, right? When somebody has clicked on your Facebook ad or somebody has seen you somewhere and say, okay, yeah, let me click on it and I'll just get the information. All you're doing is giving them possibly whatever they're looking for in terms of the Facebook ad, because you'll have a landing page and all of that stuff. But you're not having a conversation with them. This is your lead building pipeline that's working. But these highly motivated leads are coming into your open house and you are able to leave an impression on them instantly, right? When you call your expired listings or whenever you call all these people, it's on the phone. They're not seeing you, they're not interacting with you. But the moment they walk into an open house, that is your opportunity to interact with them and leave an impression with them. This is your opportunity to build visibility and your brand. What is better to build your brand than yourself, right? This is the time to do it. And of course, the fourth thing is client engagement. When you stand there and you show them that you're the authority of that area, When you stand them and you're able to show them that, hey, I'm not just a tour guide, I'm somebody that knows exactly what I'm talking about, you're able to build a very quality client engagement. And that is key. When somebody sees you, they like, know, and trust you. Immediately, they are more willing to work with you, right? Questions? Any questions so far?
Nope, good stuff.
Okay. So let's talk about the art of procuring desirable listings to host your open house. Now, a lot of people tell me, especially when they're new or newer in the area, they'll say, oh, you know what, Smita, that's great, but I don't have a listing. I don't have my listing to work on or do open houses on. By the way, let me give you a tip. When you have listings, that's great, but it's even better if you do an open house for somebody else. Why? Because when it's your listing, your mindset is, oh, I want an offer on this home. I want to sell this home right now, right? So your mindset shifts. The first thing, and even if I have a listing, I will make sure on the weekend, I will do one other open house. That's not my listing, because it really helps me build my pipeline. Now, let's go to the semantics of this. So how do you find open houses for listings that are not yours, right? First thing, this is the most crucial component of it all, because this is going to build your business to where you want it to be. If you just start doing open houses in an area that you're not comfortable with, or you don't want to be in, or the price point is not what you're looking for, don't do it. The first main important thing is to pick an area and a price range. When I started in my business, so in Houston, I'm in Houston, the average price point of where I am in the suburb is about 450 to 500. I decided that I wanted to be in the 800 to $1 million mark. When I started my business, I started targeting open houses in areas that were in that price range. It's simple. For me, if I want to sell homes that are in the 800 to $1 million price range, I'm going to find the area and I'm going to find that price point and I'm going to zero in on it, right? The other thing, which is picking an area, a lot of times people tend to say, oh, I just want to be close to my home. That's great. If that's convenient for you, you can do that. If you're willing to drive a little bit and really build yourself in that area as the authority, this is a great opportunity. So again, when I started, I picked 3 areas and I said, you know what? These are 3 suburbs in the US that I want to make sure that I'm in at. 1, because it has the price point that I'm looking for. 2, it's still building. I don't want to be in an area where I'm only finding resale homes. I want to be in an area where there's a mix of resale and a mix of new construction. Why? Because it's a long-term play, right? If there's only resale home, there's 10 other agents in that area, that's great, but I'm only going to get a very small piece of that pie. But if I go into an area that has an older community and a newer community that's coming around it, that gives me more opportunity to put myself out there and to put myself out there to all kinds of clients, second home buying clients, first home buying clients, all of the different clients. So when you're picking an area, it is really important for you to be intentional about where you want to go. If you tell me, Smita, you know what, I don't do new construction homes, I only want to do resale homes, that's totally fine. But be intentional about the area that you're picking, because what I'm sharing with you in terms of the open house strategy, this is a long-term strategy. If you're going to build your visibility and authority, it's going to take time. I have done open houses in the same area at least for 3 years. And again, I'm not saying that I did not get instant results in the first year. I totally did. First month, yes. But I'm just saying now everybody knows me. They will see my signs and people will come in and say, oh, my daughter said, oh, that's Smita. So it's people have brand recognition. And the more you do it in that area, the better it becomes. So it's very, very crucial for you to pick an area that is up and coming, developing, and has more opportunity in the next few years, right? Now, let's talk about new construction inventory homes. We're talking about how to find desirable listings. Actually, let me go back. When you pick an area and a price range, right? So you went and said, okay, today I'm going to sit down, I'm going to spend 30 minutes and figure out where do I want my business to go, which area in the next 4 to 5 years. You're going to pick that. So you have your top 3 areas. You're going to figure out what price point you want to be at. Now, you may not get that immediately, and that's okay, but be aware of the price point where you want to go. If you have clarity about where you want to go, those opportunities will come very quickly, right? Now, new construction inventory homes. So the easiest way to procure an open house is new construction inventory homes. How many of you have done new construction inventory homes open houses? Any of you?
No.
Okay. Okay, guys, this is the best and the easiest way to get an open house tomorrow. So the goal is to go to these builder salespeople, and I'll show you how to build a relationship with them, but to go to these builder salespeople and tell them, hey, I'm available on Saturday this weekend or Sunday this weekend, and I would love to do an open house on an inventory home that you have. Think about it. A builder has 3 to 4 move-in ready homes, right? At least 3 to 4 move-in ready homes. This is the summer. They probably have more than that. And they want to sell it. What you are doing is helping them market it and sell it. That is the easiest way to get in, and they will be more than happy to have you do an open house with them. Guys, there have been so many times when I've done open houses in houses that don't even have a countertop. And they're like, well, so that's not ready. I'm like, I don't care. I just want to do an open house. Don't worry if the flooring is not there. I will make sure people come to it, right? And they're ready to give it. So what that means is that no matter what, I will do an open house in an inventory home. There are absolute advantages to it, and I'll share with you what they are. But new construction inventory homes, great way to get an open house immediately. Now, the third thing is when you have picked your area and you have your price range, we're all in EXP, right?
Right.
Yes.
Okay, guys, our network is huge. The best way to do it is if there are listings in that area that have EXP agents, call them up. I have so many people call me for my listings and say, hey, Smita, I can do an open house on your listing this weekend. I'm like, yeah, please do it, right? So the first thing you'll do for resale homes is reach out to EXP agents in the area and get with them, build a relationship with them. Because the more you talk to them, you share with them what your value is, they will be more than happy to give you a listing for open house. If one agent has more than 2 listings, they're not going to be able to do it to do 2 listings in one day, right? 2 open houses in the same day, same time. So
Right.
especially reach out to EXP agents that have more than 1 listing, because now they're more willing. They have that opportunity to give you. This is a great way, number 1, to build relationships. Number 2, to have other agents in the area and you're all working towards the same thing, because the more relationship you build with an agent, the more opportunities come, right? This is a great also for you to, once you start building a relationship with them, there's a lot of homes that are not on the market yet, because these are homes that these people say, the client reaches out to the agent and says, oh, you know what, I want to list the home. I have another month to go. Hey, if you have a relationship with another agent, this is a great time to ask them, do you have off-market listings? Because this is the time, or do you have any listing coming up in the area? This is the time for you to have that arsenal in your bag, because when you're talking to buyers, you know exactly what's coming up in the area, right? So build that relationship with other agents in your area. This is very important, very necessary for you to get open houses if you don't have your own listings. Questions before I move on?
No question, but just want to say that was a light bulb moment for me. I didn't know that you could do open houses at a new construction community.
Absolutely. And guys, they love it. Because think about it, what is the builder person's objective? To sell the home. And
Right.
you're coming in and you're not asking them for leads, but you're giving them your time and effort to say, hey, let me help you out. Let me do an open house for you, right? And if you come in with a value that you're providing, they'll be more open to talking to you, right? So
Mhm.
if you say that, hey, you know what, this is the area, and in this area, I have new construction homes and I have resale homes, let me focus on, in fact, there's been so many times when I'll say on a Saturday, I'll do new construction, on a Sunday, I'll do resale, right? So it's very important to be intentional about what you want to do. And like I said, if you have clarity, it becomes easy for you to quickly filter through and sift through the opportunities that are available.
Right.
Awesome. All right. So now that you're ready, right? So now you know where you're going to go. You know
Mhm.
where you're going to do an open house. You know what that price point is. You're either going to do your new construction with the builder salesperson or you're going to do a resale. Let's talk about what are you going to do on the day off, or what are you going to do to get ready for this open house? Okay. This is probably the most um that most effort that you're going to put in and the most meaty part of it. So you're ready. The
Mhm.
first thing is open house signs, right? I put about 15 to 20 open house signs. On my open house sign is my picture and it's directional. That's it. So I have some that say, the point straight and some that point to the side. They all have my photograph on it, same picture that I use for all my open houses. And I will go at least 2 to 3 hours prior to the open house, if possible, much earlier. I'm becoming lazy now.
Oh.
Earlier, I used to do at least 5 hours. Now I'm just like, yeah, sure, I'll go put it. But I put at least 15 to 20 signs. I put it at every intersection that I can find. I will put as many as I can on straight signs when they're driving. This is what I want from them. I want them to see and register my face. Simple, right? The other thing is when you're putting these open houses. So I mean, again, in the beginning, I used to do it on my own because I wanted to make sure that it's all like properly done, all of that stuff. Eventually, I just started outsourcing it. If you have teenage kids, especially in the summer, it's easy. There are so many college kids around in the area. Pay them $10, pay them $15. It takes less than like 30 minutes. Let them go put the signs for you. Tell them exactly what you want, how you want it. I still remember in the beginning, now I have somebody who does it all the time. I would print out a map of that area and I would write out exactly where I wanted the signs, right? Because it's very important, because the more signs that you have out there, the more brand building you are doing. It's all interlinked. So open house signs are the most important. Let's talk about new construction, right? So now you're doing an inventory home open house, and you're going to be like, now what am I doing with the open house signs? Exactly the same thing, but you're also adding one extra step. You're going to put the signs also from their model home leading up to your inventory home. Because think about it, Saturday and Sunday, how many people go to model homes? Tons, right? Especially in Houston, there's like tons of people, tons of cars that go to model homes. If you put a sign from the model homes leading up to your inventory home, anybody and everybody would be curious to say, okay, I'm going into a model home, let me go see this inventory home, right? It doesn't matter what builder, which particular model home they're going to, but as soon as they see it, they are curious to go see this home. So when you're doing an open house for a resale, make sure that it's at every intersection, make sure it's as much as you can pepper up there, it works. If you're doing a new construction or inventory open house, yes, number one, you're going to put it in every intersection coming up to there. And also you're going to start putting it from the model homes leading up to the inventory home. Any questions about the signs?
Yes, I have a question. How do you feel about like the tall, like glowing ones that's like a
Oh, I've never used them. I've never used them, and I don't really care about them. To be
Okay.
honest. Because why should I put just something that's there that doesn't have my face on it? It's simple. I need my face on it,
Okay.
right? Because the more they see it, the more, and again, I've had so many times when people will walk into my open house and say, oh yeah, I saw that you were doing an open house last weekend for a different home. But they see it's brand recognition. It's simple.
I like that.
Visibility. So for the open, I don't even do balloons, guys. I don't do anything.
Oh,
All
no.
I do is my open house signs that have my picture and the direction. That's it. If you'd like, I can send you a picture of it. I don't have it immediately. I'm sure I can take a picture and send it to you guys if you want to have a look at what it looks like.
Please.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's very simple. It's on a panel. I'll send you a picture so y'all will see it. But it totally works and it builds brand recognition. And that's why I said it's very important to pick your area because you're going to keep doing an open house. Think about it in that area for a whole year, for every weekend. And people are going to see your face. Sorry.
Mute.
Yeah.
Anissa.
Anissa.
Is she in here?
No.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
There she
Okay.
goes.
okay. Sorry, I thought y'all were asking me a question. But so yeah, I mean it's that to me is the most important thing. I was gonna say something else, I forgot. Anyways, I'll come back to it. It'll come back. Okay, let's talk about planning for open houses. This is crucial again, right? Even if I'm doing resale homes or I'm doing new construction homes. So please pay attention. Does not matter what kind of home you're doing an open house on, resale home or a new construction home. I will spend time either the day before or if I have time in the morning, I'll do that. Whenever I have time, but close to my open house, I will go do builder rounds. What does builder rounds mean? I will spend 2 hours, whatever, 1.5 to 2 hours. I will walk around to every model home in the new construction area there is. I will go in there, talk to the builder salespeople, get all the information from them. So their price sheets, their lot premiums, what they have available, what inventory you have. I will get all the information I need to be the authority in that area. The other thing that I'm going to do is when I go and talk to them and I'm getting all this information, I sit with them at least 15, 20 minutes, right? When I'm sitting with them and I'm talking to them, I let them know, hey, I'm doing an open house at this address at this time. If you have somebody coming in here and they're looking for new construction homes or they're looking for a home, immediate move-in ready, but you don't have anything, send them to my resale home because you never know if it doesn't work out, maybe that will work out. And again, I am not pushing them. I am just telling them, I am just giving them information and a little thought that is going to sit in their brains. I've had so many times, I will go do a open house for a resale home in that same new construction neighborhood. Like, you know how it takes forever for them to build it out, right? So 2 years, 3 years, whatever. And if there's a home that's in that area, I will go do it. I will go tell the builder salesperson, and they have sent me people. They will send me people to say, oh, Smita, I'm sending somebody over to you. I do the same thing. If I am doing an open house for a resale home, and there is a new construction home there, I will send them people and I'll say, hey, I have so-and-so here, and we'll talk about how we have that conversation. But I have so-and-so, and this particular home is not going to work for them. I am sending them over to you. What is it doing? Number one, it's building a relationship with the builder salesperson.
Give and take
Right.
relationship.
Yes. And number two, it's showing authority to the visitor, to the prospect. Because now the prospect thinks, oh my God, Smita knows this particular builder salesperson so well, right? So that's just telling them that, hey, I know everything about this area. You ask me any question, I'll be able to tell you exactly which plan which home, how much is that going to be? And you know what, by the way, let me send you to this person because he has it. So when I'm doing my builder rounds, number one, I am gaining knowledge and current information about what's going on in this area, right? When somebody walks in, I'm able to have a very intelligent conversation with them to let them know that, hey, by the way, this house doesn't work for you, but I know that this particular builder has this particular floor plan that you're looking for. Because all I'm doing there is what? Not selling that home. I am building a pipeline. I'm getting the people that come in to like, know, and trust me. If they see that I am there for their benefit and I'm not being a salesperson to push this particular house, they will be more open and willing to ask me questions and eventually work with me. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And guys, please interrupt me if you have any questions, okay? Okay. The third thing is to become an area expert. This is very important. I know a lot of people talk about, oh, I'll just go do a video of a restaurant that's in the area. I'll go to that. Listen, that's great. That's gravy on top of whatever you're doing. But when I'm talking about area experts, I mean schools, rezoning, what's going to happen in the next 3 years? What is the tax rate? Why is the tax rate changing? We have something called a MUD. I don't know if you guys have it, but what is a MUD in the area? Did the school's principal change? How does the PTO at that school work? Or how many new construction areas are coming up? What is the price point that we're seeing? What is the appreciation in that area? I am an area expert, and that's why it's so important, going back to step one, to pick your area and double down on it. If you keep doing open houses in different areas all the time, you're not going to become the expert, right? If you focus in on 2 to 3 areas, do it every weekend, you're going to know. Guys, I see the same people coming over and over again. And by the time they come the third time, I'm like, listen, you haven't found a home yet, you better work with me, right? And again, and they see me. I'm serious. Like if the first time I don't convert them, I've converted a lot of people the first time I see them. But if I have not been able to do that, by the time they come to my third open house in a different home in the same area, I'm like, that's it. Like, you don't have a choice. You need to come talk to me, right? Because I am the area expert. And it's simple. I have no doubt about it because I'm doing my homework. I'm not just faking it, right? And the way to do your homework is really to get in there. When my kids were a little bit younger, now I just don't have time, but I was involved with the schools. I was involved with the rezoning. I was just involved everywhere and people would see me. And again, it's brand recognition. Even random people that would see me, they're like, oh, you're in real estate, right? Yes, because they see my signs every weekend. They come to the schools, they see my kids in the schools, or they'll see me in the area. So it's so important to be very intentional about where you're going and really just build yourself out there. Even in the area that is not my own, like where I live, I've picked other areas and I will still go out there. I'll randomly go to a Kroger or retail store, or I'll randomly go somewhere because I just want people to see me in the area. It's simple. I'm the area expert. And the more time you spend over there, the more conversations you have with people and builder salespeople, you will get to know so much. It's not even funny. Like people will tell you, oh, I had somebody come in and say this is going to happen here, or is coming up here. Even before it's out there in the news or papers or whatever, you'll know it. So it's when I talk about zero cost, it is zero cost, but it is time and effort. But the beauty of it is that if you do your homework for a few days or a few times, then there's not much new happening, right? You get in there, you do your homework for the first 2-3 months. Eventually, you'll start seeing that, yeah, this is the same thing. Because obviously things don't change that much. If there's a rezoning happening, it's not going to happen for another 2 years. But this is just your heavy work that you're doing for the first few months, especially if you do open houses every weekend, it's even better. And then after that, all you need to do is just kind of have an idea of what's going on and keep talking to the builder salespeople because they have the maximum knowledge and information, right? Questions? Come on, guys. No questions for me?
None. Just good information.
Right.
Oh, sorry. Let me go back here. Yeah. I don't know. Can you? Okay. Is that better? Y'all can still see, right?
Yes.
Okay, my other computer showed me something else. Okay. Fourth thing is to build a connection. Think about it. We talked about this. The people that are coming in are super quality prospects, right? Because they're walking in, they're ready to buy a home. They've come out of their comfort zone. They're like, okay, let's go see homes because I'm ready to buy in the next 3 to 6 months. This is your opportunity to build a connection with them. Simple. And I'm going to put the next one together too, is to get to know them and their needs. A lot of people, and again, this is your mindset shift. When your mindset shifts from I'm going to sell this house to I'm only here to get to know them and build my pipeline, it becomes very simple. I will never, I mean, honestly, and if I can be really honest with you, sometimes I'll walk into an open house like 15 minutes prior, I'm looking at what the specs are of the home. I really don't care if it has 5 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, how much square feet it is. I don't care because I'm not there to sell the home. Do I need to know it before I walk in so I can be intelligent about it? Absolutely, yes. So before I walk in, I will know everything about the house, but I already know about the area. That's the most important thing. When somebody walks in, I'm having a conversation with them. And I literally just start with a simple line to say, hey, what brings you out here looking for homes today? Simple, right? I'm not asking, hey, what's your price point? Why are you here? What do you like? And why? Nothing. It's a simple opening for them to say, yeah, I'm looking in this area. Sometimes some people will say, oh yeah, I'm looking in this area. Sometimes some people will say, yeah, you know what? We've been trying to find something in this area. We haven't found it. They're giving me information, right? So the next thing I'm going to ask them, if somebody says, I'm looking in this area, I'll be like, okay, why did you pick this area? Right? Simple. And they'll say something like, for the schools. Oh, great. How old are your kids? I am only having a conversation and I am getting to know them, right? I can keep going on and they'll say, oh, my child is in elementary and high school or whatever, middle school and high school. Oh, that's great. So you don't really care about the elementary school. So then we're focusing more on the middle school and the high school. Yes. Well, did you know that in the high school this year, they actually won a whatever, and it's one of the best schools that's over here and blah, blah, blah. And again, guys, it's simple. All you're doing is having a conversation. You're not talking about the home at this moment. You're not asking them what their needs are. You're just having a conversation. And as they are talking to you, you will start answering whatever they're saying, because they're not asking you any questions right now. Whatever they're saying, you are volunteering information, right? Why? Because you're leading with value. It's simple. Sometimes people will ask me, okay, Smita, what if they already have a realtor, but the realtor is not with them? Listen, if the realtor is with them or without them, or they already have a realtor, it does not matter to me. I am there to give them value, and that is my only goal. I don't care if they're already working with a realtor. I've had so many times when people are working with a realtor, in about 2 months, they'll be like, oh, you know what? Okay, we're not working with them anymore. We'd like to work with you, right? So it's simple. All you need to do is build a connection with them. You need to have a conversation and get to know them. Because I'm the area expert, when they tell me something, I'm able to have a very intelligent conversation with them and give them more information about what they're looking for without them asking me questions. And so you are being the authority. Make sense?
Yes.
Questions? Come on, guys.
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
So when you're having this conversation with them, are you stopping them when they're walking in the door? Are you walking through the home?
I will have this conversation with them the moment they walk in. Unless I'm talking to somebody already, then I'll be like, yeah, sure, look around and we'll talk about it. Well, I'll come to you in a minute. But typically, as soon as they walk in, I'm having a conversation with them because I don't want them to wander off and then I lose them. I'm catching them right instantly when they're coming in. But I'm not being salesy. Always remember that. You're not saying, okay, well, this is what I think this home is going to be great for you and blah, blah, blah. No, all I'm doing is having a conversation with them and things will come up from it. Eventually, if you see that there's a lull in the conversation, that's a great time to send them and just say, hey, can I tell you a little bit about the house, right? So you can always do transitions to when you're having conversations. But a lot of times I'm telling you, I will have like 10, 15-minute conversation and then be like, oh, you know what? Okay, let me go see the home now, right? That means like, I've got that. So the goal is to build your connection. And I'll come to the last point. The objective is not for you to work with them. It's not. The goal is to have a conversation, build a connection, and get them on a buyer consultation call. Simple. Because if you tell them immediately they've met you the first time, or maybe they're seeing you the second time, and you say, oh, well, you should work with me because you know what? I'm the area expert. They're not going to work with you and they're going to be turned off, right? The only thing I tell them is if they're starting to get interested and they'll say, oh, well, what else do you have? You know what? I have some other homes that are not on the market. I'd love to share with you, but let's do this in person or on Zoom because, I'm in my open house and there's people walking in. I wouldn't be able to do justice to our conversation. Simple. And what I'm going to do is get their phone number right then and there, send them a text immediately with our appointment date and time. Immediately, right then and there. I am not waiting for them tomorrow. You're going to pick up the phone. You're not going to pick up the phone. You're going to say, I'm busy. I will immediately, and that's the best way to get their actual phone number because you'll just say, hey, let me text it to you right now. Right? Otherwise, they'll write a bogus phone number or whatever. I'm like, I don't want to deal with all of that stuff. Let's make it efficient. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Does this kind of give you hey, this is what I need to do to get started. This is what I need to do at the open house itself. And this is how I'm going to have a conversation with them. So
Yes.
remember three, four main things, right? Number one, you're not there to sell a home. Simple. You're there to build your pipeline. Number two, be intentional about the area that you're working in because you're going to do open houses there every weekend. Number three, make sure that you're doing your homework so that you are the expert of the area, but also that you are when you're talking to them, you're building a connection and you're not asking them to work with you. You are only getting a buyer consultation. That's it.
What's your typical turnaround time and turning them from a customer to a client?
Listen, I've gotten buyer's rep signed the same day. Same day. And it works. But typically, if that doesn't happen, then they'll come into a buyer consultation. I will get it signed the same day. When I have a buyer consultation, I don't go show homes without it. I will not give them information without it. Make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay. Next, if this works. Okay. This is what you need to remember for open houses. I call it the VAB formula. Visibility, authority, and brand building. Everything you do before, during, after has to check these 3 boxes. Are your open house signs giving you visibility? Yes. When you're doing open houses, does that give you visibility? Does it give you visibility with builder salespeople? Does it give you visibility with prospects? Yes, right? Authority. It is so important for you to go do your homework before you do this, because that is giving you authority, not only with your builder salespeople, but also with the prospects that are walking in, because you know everything, right? And like I mentioned, when people walk in and I see that they're looking for, say, 3 bedrooms downstairs and a media room upstairs, but this particular home does not have it, I'd be like, you know what, don't waste your time here because that is your requirement. This is not going to work for you. You can go see it, but I know exactly which home will work for you, and let me send you that. Simple. I am the authority and I've done my work for it, right? And brand building. This is the best way to build your brand, because people are seeing your face, they're walking in, having an authentic conversation with you, and now they know that you're legit and you're solid. If they have any questions related to real estate, they need to come to you, right? If you are, halfway there and you're like, haven't done your homework, or you're like, yeah, whatever, I'll figure it out, I'll wing it, they'll see it too. So it's very, very important to really, and the only way you can, I hate that line that says fake it till you make it. It's BS. It's complete BS. If you have the knowledge and you have done the work, you don't need to fake it. You don't. You can be there and talk confidently. And listen, so many times they'll ask me questions and I'll just be like, you know what, I don't know, but I'm going to find out for you. And then when I take their information, and I will find out for them in the next 30 minutes once they leave. As soon as they leave, I will find out and I will send them a text message with that information. So it's okay to say, I don't know, but it's more important to be very quick on communication, right? If you don't know, but if you're finding out very quickly, they're like, oh, you know what? She's sincere. She told me she was going to find out and she found out and she sent it to me. Right? Again, what am I doing? I'm brand building.
Showing consistency.
Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, questions? Okay, we will keep going. Let's talk about social media, right? Everybody talks about social media, and so many people will ask me, do you post it on social media before? Do you do this? Do you do that? I don't post it on social media. Why? Because people that are on my I use my personal page. And then there are people from all over the world on my social media. They're not going to walk into my open house, right? So I don't really care. Again, I'm not there to sell the home. I am there to build my brand, to build authority, and to build my pipeline. The way I use social media for open houses is this. So when I do my open houses by the way, I'll tell you a tip. A lot of people will ask me when I'm done with my open house, hey, how many people showed up to your open house? Guys, I don't want more than 5 people to show up to my open house. I don't. This is probably like the opposite of what people want. Oh, I had 15 people show up. I don't want it, because if I have 15 people, I cannot have a conversation with each one of them. And I don't care about them coming in and me getting their name and phone number. I don't care, because to me, I need things to happen fast, right? I only want, my sweet spot is 4 to 5. In 2 hours, I do 2 hours. 4 to 5 people, I'm very happy. That's 4 to 5 solid people in my pipeline. That's 10 people in the weekend that I've had a conversation with them. Think about it, right? So I don't care to have more than 4 to 5 people, even if it is 3 and it's a great conversation. Listen, I need 1 buyer rep sign the same day. I've had a great open house, right? That's all we want. That's all we all want. It's simple. Okay, let's talk about social media. So every time I will do an open house. When I do an open house, I will do a video. Now, to a video, I'm very informal. So I will quickly do the downstairs of a home if it's a 2-story home. but I do talk about what I like in the home. So I'll talk about this is what I like, and this is great for this, right? So if it is a single story home, it's a great neighborhood. I'll say this is great for downsizers or families that are just starting out. So I will give my opinion, and I will talk about my one feature in the home that I love the most. Having said that, if you see the description, I only write very like high level descriptions, and I don't write the address. I don't want them to come over there. I need them to reach out to me. Simple, right? How are they going to reach out to me? They'll text me, or they'll say, oh, Smita, or they'll write in the comments, hey, where is this? That means that they're interested. Now that's my opportunity to have a conversation with them, right? So that's all I'll do. I always do a video, and I just write so you'll see like very high level, 6 bedrooms, 6.5 bath, 2.9 pool, call me today. And somebody who's looking for that will say, hey, which one is this? Where is it? That means that they're looking for a home. Make sense?
Yes.
But nothing, guys, I like to keep things very simple and efficient, and something that give results. So I don't go in there and make those graphics and put I don't have time for it. But this works, right? Same thing with an inventory home. If you are doing an open house in an inventory home, great, fantastic idea to do a video. You can show either the home, you can show the area, and all you need to say is fantastic move-in ready opportunity right now, amazing, whatever incentives. Everybody will call you, right? You're just hooking them, and you're just giving them high level information. Goal is for them to reach out to you. Make sense?
Yes. I have
Okay.
a question.
Ask me.
So you mentioned previously that you started out going after 800,000 plus homes. Did you see that agents were less likely to let you do those open houses if you weren't on their team?
No, because it's very simple for me. If I would be very intentional, so I would find them or agents that have more than one listings. So if they have 2 or 3 listings in that area, I'm like, you're not going to be able to do open houses on all 3 of them. So why not? Right?
Yeah.
And the other thing is, okay, here's another thing it's reverse. A lot of people love to do open houses for brand new listings, right? I don't want to do open houses for brand new listing that first weekend, especially if it's somebody else's. Because again, there's going to be a stream of people walking in.
Right.
And how many really solid conversations am I going to have? And then when I'm reaching out to other agents, they don't want to give me their brand new listing, and which is fine. I understand, because I don't want to give it either, right? If it were me, I'm not going to reach out to somebody whose listing is brand new on the market. I'll wait 1 weekend, or I'll reach out to them and say, hey, can I do it next weekend?
Okay.
Right? The other thing is also sometimes they might be doing an open house 3 to 5, but if the home is empty, you can do 1 to 3. Right? Give them a different time.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, let's talk about what happens beyond the open house. Okay. Before I leave the open house, the first thing I will do is take 10 minutes and send a personalized video to people that have come to the open house, right? All I'm doing, I have their cell phone numbers. All I'm doing is sending them a video right there. Hey, I'm so glad you came, or thank you for coming in to my open house. It was great talking to you. I will put in something personal about our conversation together. So say, hey, I'm looking forward to see, if I've already made an appointment with them, I'm looking forward to seeing you on Monday. I can't wait. I will make sure to have opportunities ready for you that are not on the market. Simple. So again, I'm doing brand building, right? I'm sending them a video immediately. If it's somebody that I've not booked an appointment with, I will just say, hey, thank you for coming in. It was great to have a chat with you. I know you were talking about X, Y, and Z, and I think that's fantastic. Or I'll talk about something specific, right? That I've had a conversation with them, and then say, hey, since you were looking for this, I do, like I had mentioned, I do have some properties that may be coming up for you, or I think this opportunity would be great for you. And I would love to meet you on Wednesday at 10 o'clock and let me know if that works for you. Right? Very simple, very direct at this point, because I've had a conversation with them, which is personal. Make sense? Okay, now, say for example, they have not signed a buyer's rep at that time, they have not set an appointment with you. Now, what do you do with those people? Because there's going to be those people too, right? On Monday, you're going to send them an email, and this is whenever day you do, Saturday or Sunday, you're going to send them an email about homes that are coming soon or not on the market yet. Okay. So what you're going to say is, hey, by the way, I have this home that's not on the market yet. I'd love to show you. Don't send them the address. Send them the specifications. It's 3 bedrooms. It has 3 bedrooms downstairs, exactly what you're looking for. I think the kitchen may not have, I mean, give them something to think about. Hey, you know what? It has exactly what I'm looking for, but the backyard may not be small. Oh, I want to go see it. Make sense? So give them something to get their curiosity going and for them to reach out to you.
If
Now,
they ask to see the property.
yeah, that's great. That's absolutely right. If they ask, I want them to tell me to see the property because I'm going to get a buyer's rep signed by them. Right? Because when they say, yeah, I'd love to see this, oh, that's fantastic. You know what? I'd love to show it to you, but I want to make sure that, you know, this is an off-market property or property that's coming soon. But I want to make sure that you are, that I'm working with you because I don't want to step on any other realtor's toes. And this is something that is required for me to show the home. Simple. Right? Which is now actually required. You know, with the new stuff that's coming up, it is required. So I'm not saying anything. I mean, I would say it even prior, but required by my brokerage is what I would say. But it is now required. So there you go. Use it to your advantage, right? Guys, it's simple. If you bring them value, if you show them that you are the expert, anybody would be willing to sign that. Simple, right? Okay, now by Monday, they haven't responded to you or they're like, yeah, sure, we're interested, but not sure. On Tuesday, ask them directly, hey, do you have any interest in the homes that I talked about yesterday? Right? Simple. Because sometimes it could be that they saw the email, but they forgot about it or that they got busy. So ask them straight up, hey, do you have any interest? Again, no response by Thursday, go to the home or the opportunity that works for them and do a video in front of the house. Got it? And just say, by the way, oh, I'm here. I was just here showing this to one of my clients. And you know what? I realized that you came into my mind and I truly believe that this is going to work for you. You let me know when you have time. Got it? So all you're doing is giving them information or opportunity that may work for them and you want them to reach out to you. Now, by the time it's Thursday and they haven't reached out to you, or Friday, they haven't reached out to you, then you put them in your drip campaign. Right? Then they go into your database and then now you're prospecting them. But for me, if by that first week, they haven't reached out immediately, either something's going on in their lives and they're busy because they should have reached out. I've had enough conversations with them and sent them enough value. I'm not going to go chase after them, right? But I'm going to keep sending them value. Okay, hey, I know I have value for you. You need to reach out to me. Make sense? Okay. I love to give homework. This is your homework. You need to pick an area. So by tomorrow, spend 30 minutes, pick an area and call the agents in that area to get an open house for this weekend. Okay? And the goal is to have at least 5 conversations at your open houses. Questions? Am I on time? Oh, it's 10:30.
Can you go back one screen?
Yes.
Oh, 5 conversations. Thank you.
Hey guys, questions, come on. Was that helpful?
Very
helpful. So good. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ask me questions. Okay. If there's no questions, oops, sorry. I don't know what happened there. Let me stop share. Okay. So who all are going to go do open houses this weekend?
Absolutely.
All right. And now with a completely different mindset, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Can you briefly explain the VAP formula again? Because I was taking notes and I missed some of the stuff you said about the different, the visibility, authority, and branding. I got branding, but visibility and the authority part.
Yes. So when I'm talking about your signs is visibility, right? When you do consistently over and over in the same area, that's visibility. Right? When you're talking about authority, that is your authority that you go to builder salespeople, and visibility also is builder salespeople, because you're telling them that you are serious about this particular area. You are the expert in the area. You're sending them people, right? Because when people are walking in, you're giving them value. You send the people back to them.
Okay.
And then authority is knowing your area.
Okay.
You need to know your area so you're able to build an authority with the prospects as well as your builder salesperson.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Awesome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Bye.
Open house time with your telephone.
I didn't think.
Have a good weekend and feel free
Thank
to.
you.
Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And please do feel free to message me if you have any questions.
Don't worry, we will.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye.